Have you ever received that dreaded email from YouTube which says your channel is no longer eligible to monetize? Learn how to reapply. Reapply? Boy, it took a lot just to apply it in the first place, and now my channel is demonetized. I received that a few months back, and I will say it was a shock. I had no idea that it was coming. Nobody gave me any heads up. No one tried to reach out to me from YouTube early on to say, hey, you know what, you're kind of getting close here to the line on some of these things. Nobody at all. I just got an email and it said this: our team of policy specialists carefully look over the videos you've updated to your channel. Life and Godliness. We have found that a significant portion of your channel is not in line with our YouTube partner program policies. As of today, your channel is not eligible to monetize, and you will not have access to monetization tools and features. This was pretty heavy that day that I got this, and quite honestly, I really just didn't know what to do with it. So that's what this video is all about. How did I end up reacting to this news that my channel had been demonetized? The email said that I could go to the Earn page on my YouTube studio to learn more about why I was demonetized. More about that in a minute. The email went on to say this: here's what you can do next. If you believe your channel was incorrectly suspended from the YPP, you have the option to appeal within 21 days of this suspension. And I did choose to appeal because I felt like after I learned what the reason was that I kind of had a leg to stand on, but I realized no, that leg wasn't a leg at all. This email went on to say that if I did not try to appeal, then I would have to wait 90 days to reapply if my channel was still eligible to make it into the YPP program. The email went on to say what this means for your channel. It says you'll continue to have access to most creator features on YouTube that enable you to grow your audience, build your community, and manage your videos. It says you can upload, edit, or delete your videos. If you submit an appeal, we recommend not deleting your videos until we've reviewed your channel. Said you can read, respond to, or moderate your comments. You can analyze your channel's performance in the YouTube analytics. You can also get best practice ideas from the YouTube creator site. So I still had access, of course, to that, which everyone does. It said that you can connect with other creators in your YouTube help forum. And that is true, though I would say that I just didn't find much help there. It goes on to say this: there is no change to how your videos are promoted in our search and recommendation systems. And I will say that my videos did continue to perform pretty much the way that they had prior to the demonetization. It gives a note. As mentioned in the YouTube Partner Program terms, the terms of service continue to apply to your use of YouTube, even though your partner program terms are terminated. Sincerely, the YouTube team.
Thank you.
Now, this was quite the hit, and I had to figure out what in the world, how would I respond to this? At the time of my suspension, my channel was averaging over 15 million shorts views a month, and I had well over 1 million subscribers at the time. And I will say that throughout my suspension period, that my subscriber count continued to climb, and my videos watched analytics. It bounced around a little bit because I had to spend my time now focusing on how would I get my channel back into a place that I could be monetized. And so I wasn't able to upload and create videos near as much as I once had. And I needed to learn some things concerning the policies, apparently, because I was just demonetized. Aww. When I was demonetized, I had no copyright issues. I had never received a community strike. I was subscribed to vidIQ, which is a service to help creators be able to navigate some things and be able to know some keyword things and titles and just all kinds of neat tools on there. But they also have a demonetization tool, and they warn you if it appears you're getting close or your videos are doing some things that YouTube would potentially demonetize you for. But what I learned is that their demonetization tool is better in trying to figure out a potential demonetization on long form content than short form content. Now, the rules on shorts is a little bit different than the rules on the long form content, and these were the policies that I had actually violated. Now, the first time that I was demonetized for reused content. And I had to learn exactly what that was. And then I spent 3 months scrubbing my channel of anything potentially of reused content, which we'll cover here in just a second on what they call that. And then I reapplied after 3 months. And then I was rejected, which we'll talk about. And this time it was for a different reason. So let's first talk about what reused content is. Yeah, there's some things allowed on YouTube for the standard YouTube creator that is not allowed. The standard is higher if you are monetized, much higher. And so I had done a lot of study on what was allowed, and that's what I was doing. And so my videos were not disallowed on YouTube. It's just that they were not allowed to be monetized. And so the monetization policy for creators who are monetized is much higher, and it's based on their advertisers. And so the reuse content policy says this: the spirit of this policy is to make sure we're rewarding creators for original and authentic content that adds value to viewers. If you put a funny or thoughtful spin on content you didn't originally create, you've transformed the content in some way, it's fine to have this type of content. But you see, because if you didn't create it, even if you have their permission to use it, YouTube reserves the right to determine if you put enough of a spin on it, or if you kind of change the original thought there unto your own. And that's really going to be the criteria. Did you make it such that it's far enough from the original that now it's yours? It's your take. It's your view on it. And if you didn't, then it would count. And so my advice to you on this would be that you review your channel before you get demonetized, because once you do, man, it is a long process to get back. When I was demonetized, I reached out to a number of people. I reached out to vidIQ. I reached out to TubeBuddy. I reached out to my community partner manager. I looked on forums. I tried to go through and talk to YouTube. I reached out to a number of people. And once you are demonetized, you're not going to find a lot of help out there. You're going to find videos you can watch. You're going to be able to review a lot of material that's available. But as far as someone coming alongside and helping you figure out why, I was not able to find that. And so I had to learn the policies very well, and then go through all my videos and then try to figure out if they were in the policy or not. And those that are not, I ended up deleting. Overall, throughout the whole process, I deleted over 400 videos, and then made some changes in some others so that I knew that eventually I would be able to remonetize. Well, I waited 3 months and 90 days, and I reapplied. And real quickly, in a couple of days, I received a reply back. This time, my emailed reply said, "Your channel is not approved for YouTube monetization." Man, I couldn't believe it. I had spent all kinds of time studying this thing out. The issue that I had was reuse content. I resolved that issue. But then it gave a different reason. I went on over to the YouTube studio, looked on my earn page, and it said, "I cannot be monetized because of repetitive content." Repetitive content is different than reused content. And as I have found out, I believe it's easier to be in violation of the repetitive content than it is to be in violation of the reused content. Repetitive content, in their examples of what's not allowed to monetize, and it says this is not exhaustive. So it could be more, just make sure you don't have repetitive content. It says content that exclusively features readings of other materials you did not originally create, like text from websites or news feeds. For me, could be a news feed, could be a quote, Could be a quote out of the Bible. Could just be a quote from Shakespeare. Could be a quote from whoever. But unless you alter it, like you can't just give the reading. You have to give even more than just a little commentary. You have to put a spin on it. You have to put your take on it. You have to use that well beyond just the content itself. Another thing that is considered repetitive content: songs modified to change the pitch or speed, but not otherwise changed from the original. Similar repetitive content: mindless content, low education value commentary or narrative. Here's the problem: they decide if it's low education value. They decide what if it's commentary that adds or a narrative that adds or doesn't. It says templated, mass-produced, or programmatically generated content. And they actually on mine asked if that was the case, and no, it was not. All mine was I did it all individually. But yet that one is a tough one because nothing on your video says it is. It's just as how it looks. Then image slideshows or scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, commentary, or educational value. And can I say, as I look over YouTube, there are a lot of videos that do just that. That's all it is. And these are not available for monetization. Concerning the YouTube Partners Program, if you're monetized based on shorts. With all that said and done, in order to get in compliance with the shorts rules, I thoroughly studied the YouTube policy, long and short content policies. I started a second channel actually, and so that I could put content there that I really felt passionate about, but yet wouldn't pass these particular rules. So I created another channel just for that. I deleted over 400 videos that came remotely close to violating the reused or repetitive content rules. I completely revamped my channel, my playlist, the details on the videos that I kept, and it took me another 90 days. So twice now. I had to wait 90 days, reapply, got denied. I waited another 90 days and then reapplied, and I got accepted just recently back into the YouTube Partner Program. So after 6 months now, my subscriber count had grown to about 1.38 million, and I'm averaging still around 11 million views a month. So I was definitely able to monetize. But if throughout this process your channel dips down below and you're not able, then you have to also get your criteria up so that you can reapply and get accepted. You also lose a lot of tools when you lose demonetization. Your shopping side is gutted. I mean, very, very little access to those features. Super thanks, all of that. Just a number of things. A lot of tools that we take for granted in the monetized community that you will lose access to if your channel gets demonetized. These are the two main things that shorts will get demonetized for: reused content and repetitive content. And so you really want to review these policies. I'm putting a link down below to the page where you can review these. Review them, know them, be very careful, because they do not give you a warning. You will just get an email one day that says, sorry, you have this going on. We have now demonetized your channel. And then it's a long process to get back. I hope this video helps. That's my experience. If you want to hit me with any questions in the comments, that's great. I can share my experience with you. I have a whole lot more to tell that I didn't put in this video if interested. But if I can help you at all in any way, I would sure do it. I hope that if you're monetized, you can stay monetized, and that it's a true blessing to you. Thanks for watching. Hope my experience can help you out just a little bit.